hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, hopefully this works well enough. Hello, dear gentlefolk of the internet. I know it's been a little while, but I'm back. I might make a video on why I was gone for so long, because this whole year has been utter chaos. Like Eris herself came down and was bored and decided this small little gremlin will be her whole focus for 7 months. There was drama, there was tragedy, there was triumph. I had a whole character arc this season and you missed it. I also accidentally wrote a whole nother comic, but that's a topic for another day. So, in my time away, the entire art commentary community here on the lovely digital tube seems to have imploded on itself. And it is continually causing more and more damage, like a black hole traversing the universe. Now, I'm one who's always had one foot in that camp, never really delving fully into making drama videos, but I occasionally covered the same topics whenever I felt necessary, and I knew a lot of people in the community. All said people seem to have dropped off the face of the earth, got caught up in some really nasty drama themselves, or maybe they just spontaneously combust, I have no idea. So being that I'm not really in that community anymore, if I ever was at all, and since I've spent so much time away from them, I think I can come at this with a more neutral position. Now these are things I think the commentary community or art commentary community needs to work on from someone who has been severely out of the loop of things for a very long time and is just now catching up with the new and continually deteriorating community. Please also note, despite my overabundance of sass and salt, the entire community is not all bad. There is simply some loud voices and some negative trends that I think require some self-reflection and correction is all. These aren't directed at specific creators or current dramas. I'm already sick of that word. What's another one we could use? Dissension? Controversies? Squabble? I like squabble. I'm gonna use squabble. That's a fun one. This isn't directed at specific creators or their squabbles. These are current and continuing things I've noticed even back in the old DeviantArt days, and I may be guilty of some of these too. I never really go back and watch any of my old videos, and it has been a while since I made any, so I genuinely cannot recall if I did. So, let's not be juvenile and attack people online just because you think I'm discussing them, okay? With that, let's get on with it. So, using dictionary definitions. Now, I don't mean flashing definitions on a screen for words that are maybe out of the everyday vernacular, but I mean when the creator will sit there and read out the definition like it's a word they just discovered in an Oxford dictionary from the mid-1800s, an antiquated phrase that has been expunged from the common tongue, and they, as the linguistic archaeologists that they are, have chosen to bless our posterior superior temporal lobe with this knowledge. It can be done in jest, and that's completely reasonable, but there's some instances I've seen where creators will do this in all seriousness. Like, their audience is some sort of mass of toddlers that is incapable of knowing such common words as drama, theft, trace, reference, that sort of thing. It's honestly annoying, and it can completely neutralize the message that you're trying to send. For example, if you're talking about racism and you're getting into the meat of what the perpetrator has allegedly done, and then you stop and pull out the Google definition of racism, what did you just accomplish? You've drawn focus to an incredibly important discussion in your community, and then you tell your audience they're too dumb to comprehend it. Again, I don't mean when this is done as a joke, that's completely fine. I've seen far too many videos where the tone will be completely serious, where there's actual victims of something, be it theft, abuse, trauma, what have you, and the creator pulls this. It's incredibly tone deaf when done for such serious issues. Drama is a guilty pleasure for many of us. I'm not gonna pretend to be above it all. I get bored and I like to hyper-focus on random things happening to other people. I don't know why, it's just a thing that I do. I'm also not gonna pretend that drama videos are not high performers on the internet. Other than Poppy Playtime, my drama-focused videos are all top performers on my channel. That's just how the algorithm works. But there are more and more cases where creators get a bit greedy or a bit desperate and decide to throw personal squabbles into the public arena. I don't mean story time, so long as you respect the other party's anonymity, maybe change some details around to protect personal stuff, that's completely fine, I've got no issue with it. But just because Billy around the block was rude to you that one time doesn't mean you get to plaster him all over the place. I'm so tired of the so-and-so was a bad friend, so I'm gonna expose them trend that's going on. Especially when they lazily throw clearly cropped and edited screenshots in as quote-unquote evidence. Yeah, we aren't all perfect, we all have bad moments, some of us are bad friends, some of us are toxic people. But just because you two might both be content creators, doesn't give you the right to let the internet sieve through your personal beef. And just because your channel is starting to take a dip in engagement doesn't mean you get to stir up controversy. It's incredibly frustrating, especially with the parasocial relationships we form with the creators that we watch. If you spend years watching someone online, you watch their streams, you follow them on other social media platforms, and they tell you person B is a bad person, you're gonna be mad at person B. Sure, you may not go to their platforms and leave hateful comments, but you might dislike their videos or block them or tell your friends they're a bad person. Like it or not, that's how these things work. That's not to say everyone is like that. Surely you might try to go get more information, or you might wait and see what happens, or maybe you just don't care enough. But that's not everybody. And person B might be completely innocent in this situation. They might not have any idea what's going on. Or maybe person A just framed things in a way that's way more one-sided and both are to blame for what happened. Who's to say, honestly? It's personal beef and suddenly it's been dragged out into the public. But all you've done is muddy the water by bringing in the court of public opinion for something you could have worked out privately. Now, the art community in general does have a few things that we can all agree are bad. Usually it revolves around art theft, and it's completely fine to call these things out. But tell me, do you really, honestly need to make multiple videos, consecutively, on one single topic? I'm not referring to clarifying details or providing more important updates. What I mean is when the content creator will continually hound on a single account or some minor issue, and somehow overblow what was once a minor annoyance at best. What's that? Jeffrey said a swear word? Well, time to make 5 videos about this one occurrence, and then make another 3 discussing my personal opinion, and then make another 2 discussing your guys' opinion. And then once everything has died down, I'm gonna make a retrospective video. I suppose this could go towards commentary in general, but like I said, I'm only talking about the art commentary community, so make of that what you will. Now, I've often mentioned that I don't believe people should take themselves too seriously. I mean, most of you are lumbering meat sacks, making grunts at each other and staring at a small light-up rectangle throughout the day. So I do believe a bit of mockery is necessary to life, a bit of humbling, if you will, a jovial jest at one's intelligence. I believe that's all completely healthy, honestly. But tell me, why is it so normal to mock those that are younger or seemingly less skilled than you? Just because someone's skill level isn't up to your own personal standards doesn't mean you need to parade them around as some sort of failure. I honestly thought we left these behind in the days of DeviantArt and Tumblr cringe videos, but alas, the beast persists. Art is not exclusive. It's not hard. People might hate on me for saying that, but it's true. I believe everyone's creative in their own way, and there's a variety of ways that people express it. But picking up a pencil or a brush or a pen is not hard to do. It's not hard to sit down and make something. What's hard is continuing to do it, to push through the ugly stage, to trust the process and to keep at it. And not everyone cares about improving their art. Some people might create for therapeutic reasons or to communicate some sort of emotion, maybe to explore a concept or just to keep their mind busy. Unless they ask for it, don't throw your criticisms at people, and stop mocking those who are just trying to figure things out. I had other videos planned, but I just started catching up with a bunch of things that I've missed since I've been so busy. and I was honestly getting pretty frustrated. So I thought I would just come on here and state my opinions. Please remember, these aren't all catch-all situations, especially with everything that's been going on. I think we've realized there's outliers and exceptions for everything. And these are just issues that I've noticed. What do you guys think? What are some issues you've got with the commentary community? Or art commentary community? I always mess that up. Or maybe there's things you think I should talk about. As always, my opinions are just my opinions. They're not a call to attack anyone, and trust me, I'm not calling out specific people. I barely know anything that's going on right now. It's just a general request to do better. There's so much positivity and acceptance in the art community, and I just want to help foster that. Now, it's been a little while since I've done a proper exit, and a few things obviously have changed, so just give me a minute here. I'd like to support my supporters on Ko-fi, including Kanohi, Jaded Illustrator, Jeshua, Tori, and Cubix. If you'd like to support my work, I offer sneak peeks, works in progress, and some art that I don't post to my other social media. And you can access everything on there for only $1. Or, if you want some more tangible goods as opposed to digital, I have recently opened up my Etsy storefront. I have more prints and various commodities coming soon, and I am just getting started with things, but I really appreciate all your support. As always, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.